Ugh, it's hot. It's always hot in Texas. Good morning. Welcome to Friday. Are you excited it's Friday? I'm excited it's Friday. Every day is the same, so it doesn't even matter. All right, enough of that. Flashback Friday, as you know, is the day when we roll the dice and we look at what happened on this day that many years ago. It's my D100, handy dandy D100. I'm going to roll it, and then I'm going to go to Wikipedia because, spoiler alert, go to Wikipedia, and we discover what happened this day in history. For the record, there is a fun podcast called This Day in Esoteric Political History. They don't roll the dice, they do research, but it's also good. All right, so what do we got here? We've got, oh, not a 7. It was a 10. A 10, okay, well, I'm not showing this very well, but it was a 10 and a 3. 10 and a 3, that is 13. 13 years ago today. 13 years ago today. I'm really bad at math. I was just like, wait, is that 2003? That seems too early, but it is definitely not 2003. That would be 13 years ago today. That would be 2007. I was around. This is the first time that we've done one that is recent. All right. Going to Wikipedia. Wait, I'm just going to Google. May 15th, 2007. Okay. 2007, May 15th. It was a Tuesday. The Space Shuttle Atlantis rolls out to Launch Pad 39A at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida in preparation for the STS-117 mission to the International Space Station. The rollout is the second for the mission, as Atlantis' external tank was damaged during a hailstorm on February 26th, leading the shuttle to be rolled back to the vehicle assembly building for repairs. Ooh, a hailstorm in Florida. I wonder if those are common. Danish protesters clash with police in Copenhagen, with the Little Mermaid being doused in red paint. The clashes follow the demolition of a building in the Freetown Christiania district. Lieutenant General and Lieutenant are the same thing. Lieutenant General Douglas Lute has been chosen to be President Bush's war czar, overseeing the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. French Prime Minister Dominique de Villepin resigns. Oh, that's a big deal. Palestinian factional violence claims 8 more lives as violence erupts on the Israeli border with Fatah and Hamas fighting. Do you know what are you eating? Nothing. It's fine. Fighting for dominance at the Carney cargo crossing in Gaza, ending Monday night ceasefire agreement. United States Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice meets with the President of Russia, Vladimir Putin. Canadian publisher The Thomson Company, note that Thomson Corporation, agrees to buy Reuters for £8.7 billion. That's money. Creating the world's, I don't know why I felt the need to say that, creating the world's biggest financial news and data group, Reuters via CNN, you know. The death toll for violence associated with the Philippine general election rises to 126. A bomb attack on the hotel in Peshawar, Pakistan kills at least 24 people. David Bain who was convicted for murder in one of New Zealand's most controversial trials, is released on bail while awaiting a retrial following an appeal to the Privy Council in March. One of New Zealand's most controversial trials. That's interesting. I don't want to talk about a bunch of people dying in a war, because this is a war I lived through, so I'm just not going to go there. The war czar thing is sort of interesting, but that's going to lead us into the Iraq War and Afghanistan War, and I don't want to get into that right now. The space shuttle is interesting, mostly because I can't remember when they stopped doing space shuttle missions, and I thought it was earlier than this. But they have stopped doing space shuttle missions, which is like a big downer to me, because the space shuttle was such a huge deal to me when I was a kid. I don't actually know. All right, we're talking about the space shuttle. Forget it. Let's not pretend that I'm interested in anything else. Okay, so when I was a kid, there was a space shuttle bus. Space shuttle educational bus. There was a bus that was like a school bus that had been refitted to look like District 15. There it is. And that was my district. Ooh, I just told you which district I lived in. Oops, sorry, internet. Don't pay attention to that. A space shuttle that has been stationed in Palatine Township Elementary School District. I'm doing it again, saying it again. Oh, it only wants, okay, I'm gonna open this incognito window. That's a super secret thing. Don't ever do it, kids. Hopefully it lets me read it. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. The Daily Herald, which is, I believe, a Chicago thing. We got it. Maybe it's more local than Chicago. Maybe it's just northwest suburbs. I don't know, of Chicago. But okay, so space shuttle bus. I did confirm for the few seconds that I was allowed to read the Daily Herald thing. I did confirm that there was a space shuttle bus that. Oh man, I really want to read this article though. And I don't want to pay for it because I'm an American. Okay. I wonder if I can find it on Wikipedia. Space shuttle educational bus. My dogs are barking. And I've been trying to stop them from doing that, but I think this is this it? No. Daily Herald. Well, this looks like the same thing. Maybe this is where it got shipped off to. Probably. Oh, wait. Well, no, that's not right. Okay. Oh, this is in Pennsylvania. Interesting. Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted. But anyway, I just want to see like specs of this bus and like what they were showing kids. Because I loved it. It was super cool. I can't remember how many times we saw it. I want to say more than once, but I don't really distinctly remember it. Okay, Daily Herald. You win. Even though like a subscription to you is like $3, I'm gonna pay this $2 just to read this stupid article. It better be good. This is for science. I don't want to subscribe. I don't want to pay this more. I just want to pay this one time. Do I really want to do this? Guys, do I really want to do this? The Daily Herald? I wonder if there's like a cached version on the internet. This is becoming a whole thing. So what is the name of this article again? Did I say it to you? The audience? It is called Space Shuttle Educational, no, District 15 ships off Space Shuttle bus. Keep saying the District 15 ships off Space Shuttle bus. And then I didn't want to go web. Well, that's not a list. Oh! Right now, that's not. Ships off. No, what are you doing, Steve? This is a very interesting video. I'm sure you're all enjoying it. Hey. This doesn't look like a good website to do. Oh, how did this happen? How did I get here? I don't want to be here. This is bad. We'll avoid that. Can I see? No, I don't want to open it. I don't want to open it. I know what it is, and I want it. What is it? No, okay. Okay. Wait, how do I do it? Ooh. Inside the green URL in Google's search box. Okay, this is old. They don't have this anymore. I don't know how they do it anymore. This is becoming very bad. Wayback Machine from archive. That's what I was looking for. It's been saved a lot of time. I want to see it. Can I see it? Why can't I see it? Okay, yeah. Okay. This should work. Okay, so the bus that I remember was a oh, of course they gave it to the Boy Scouts. That's dumb. Okay, I don't have anything against. That's not true. My brothers were in the Boy Scouts. It was a very good system for them. And my mom was a Boy Scout leader. The Boy Scouts were cool when I was in them. uh, but Boy Scouts as a whole, they get too much stuff. I don't like them. Girl Scouts never get that stuff. I was in the Girl Scouts too. So it was a 1987 school bus. Uh, it had a fold down tail and wings and a fiberglass nose. Google this because you can find it and find a picture of it. About once a year, District 15 students got the opportunity to jump into a blue spacesuit and spend time split between the shuttle and mission control, a mobile classroom also parked at a different school. I vaguely remember those things. So wires connected computers in the shuttle to those in mission control, enabling students to communicate between the bus and classroom to solve math and science problems in preparation for liftoff. It was just like the most fun experiential learning thing. So it was initially launched in 1997. I would have been in school then. The bus spent its first decade as a regular yellow school bus, but around 1997, so it was an 87 bus, so 1997. Engineers from Northrop Grumman started transforming it into a shuttle. The conversion took about a year and a half. District 15's shuttle looks much more realistic than the bus in Wausau, Wisconsin they used to get ideas, says the engineer who built it, so I think he's sort of biased. Anyway, so this is going back to 13 years ago when the shuttle was poised to take off for the STS-117. So let's look at that. STS-117 mission. I don't know what STS stands for. So it was a space shuttle mission flown by the Space Shuttle Atlantis and launched from Pad 39A in June. Okay, so it was rolled out today onto the runway? Onto the launch pad. But it wasn't launched until June 8th. The launch date was originally planned to be March 15th. And it was the 250th orbital human spaceflight. That's pretty cool. There we go. Atlantis delivered to the International Space Station the second starboard truss. Second starboard truss segment. Starboard truss segment, STS. And its associated energy systems, including a set of solar arrays. During the course of the mission, the crew installed the new truss segment, retracted one set of solar arrays, and unfolded the new set on the starboard side of the station. See, that's one of the really cool things about the space shuttle. Was just that it that it went back and forth. Like, it was just the coolest thing. Let's see. So the initial crew. Wait, what? Okay. On June 11th, NASA mission managers announced a 2-day extension of the mission, adding a fourth extravehicular activity. These 2 days, which is probably like a spacewalk, these 2 days were inserted into the mission timeline after the flight day 8. This possibility had been discussed prior to launch. Because of the launch day and thus rendezvous day uncertainty, the decision to extend was deferred until after launch. The repair of the gap in the orbital maneuvering system thermal blanket or heat shielding was conducted during EVA 3. This remains the longest mission for Atlantis because of the cancellation of landing opportunities on June 21st due to bad weather. So it went up on June 8th and it came back on June 22nd. But it was put out onto the launch pad today, 13 years ago today. I don't know why. So when I go to the crew, oh, okay. Okay. The crew changed because of the Columbia accident. They had to be sort of shuffled around. But the Columbia accident was like a decade before, wasn't it? Oh, wait. It was several decades before. Okay. So they're just saying there was like a standing crew for the shuttle. And after the Columbia disaster, it changed. Oh, it was 2003. Okay. Because there's the Challenger and then there's Columbia. Yeah, I remember Columbia. This is a downer. Anyway. So, whoa, there was 42,000 pounds of payload on this shuttle mission of all the things that they were bringing up to the ISS.